Okay, guys, we're just gonna go ahead and get started now. Let me just share the link to the other groups. I also want to go live on TikTok. So hold on, guys. Let me send the link to. Let me send the link to. Hold on. All right, so we live right now. We live right now, guys. We live, absolutely live. All right, so it's Monday. So let's start off with doing, before we look at MT4 and MT5, let's start off by looking at the economic calendar, right? We do this because we want to know if there's any potential news events. Okay, so what you do is you come to this website, investing.com. Wait, let me just also go live on my TikTok as well. You see, just hold on, guys. I also want to go live on TikTok. Just hold on. A little bit dark on my TikTok, but it's gonna be alright. Okay, let me just do this. Just hold on, guys. I'm just trying to set up. I'm not really in a rush today, so I'm just trying to set up on my TikTok as well. Let's see, which filter should I use? Should I use the? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, guys, we're almost ready. Okay, should I use this Father Christmas thing? Alright, guys. Alright, guys. I'm just going live on TikTok right now as well. Okay. Alright, guys. Okay, so I'm live on TikTok as well, and then we're gonna start with the economic calendar real quick. Okay. So, anyways, the reason why we do the economic calendar is so that we can see which news events are going to affect the markets. You know, the markets that we want to trade. So, what you do is you go to investing.com and then you just move your cursor to where it says economic calendar right there, right? You click there, and then once you've clicked there, okay, there's a few things that you need to set up first, right? You need to make sure that when you come down to the current time, make sure that it's set to the correct time zone. You see, so mine is GMT plus 2 Johannesburg. So if you're in South Africa, this is the one you need to use. And then if you're in another location, then you need to use another time zone, right? Just Google what your time zone is if you don't know, right? But usually you can just put your location and then you should be all right. Okay. So once you've set up the time, right? Let me just remove the filters so you guys can see. Let's just restore to default settings, right? I just want to show you this thing since we've got a little bit more time. Let's see, apply. I just want to remove the filters so you guys can see. Right. So if you come to the economic calendar, guys, this is what you're gonna see. You're gonna see a bunch of news events, right? A bunch of events. And on the left, you'll see the time of the event, and just next to the time, you'll see the currency that is going to be affected, right? So if we look at an example here quickly, is okay, it's already 11. So let's come to here. You see this one at 1 o'clock, right? It's going to affect the US dollar. So this news event here is going to affect the US dollar, and then it's a 2-star rating, right? So and then it's called the OPEC monthly report. Okay, so 2 stars is moderate volatility. It's not high volatility, right? Meaning that it's not it's going to affect the market, but not in a crazy way. Okay, it's possible for it to affect in a crazy way, but um, that's what that is. Okay, so you see, there's a lot, and then there's 1 star, there's 2 star, there's 3 star, right? So 3 stars high volatility. This is your FOMC. This is your um, what else can it be? It can be your FOMC, your NFP, uh, you know, your CPI, those sort of things, right? So I usually just filter it out, okay, and I just want to see the events with the high volatility. That's the one that I care about, okay. And then 1 star is low volatility. So let's just go through this. There was another news event at 10 a.m. this morning. It was a 1 star event, low volatility. They didn't expect it to move much in the market, right? So this was the Italian HICP. I'm not even sure what that is, but you guys get the point. Okay, so what I like to do, if it's your first time on this website, you just go to filters, and then you can filter out the different regions or countries that you want to see the news for, right? And then what I like to do is I just like to filter out. I just want to see only high impact volatility. Okay, baby. All right. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, go play, mama. Okay? Go and play, girl. Yeah. And close the door, okay? All right. So anyways, if you come to this tab right here, you see it shows you can select which events you want to see, right? You can see today's events, you can see tomorrow's events, you can see this week's events. Okay, so usually I come to this week, right? Usually I come here maybe on a Sunday, and then on Sunday I'm looking at the different news events, right, for the week. So according to my filters, today it's Youth Day in South Africa, like most of us know. And okay, today there's no high impact news, right? And then if we go tomorrow, we've got three events which are high volatility. That is there's news at 5 a.m. on the Japanese yen. It's called the BOJ interest rate decision. This is a high impact news. And then at 2:30 in the afternoon, we've got two high impact news events that will affect the US dollar, right? And then that's the core retail sales, blah blah blah, right? Wednesday, we've got quite a few events. We've got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, right? We've got the GBP, Euro, the USD. This one is one to look out for, the FOMC economic projections, FOMC statement. You see that news event at 8 on Wednesday is quite big, right? So it's one that you shouldn't miss out if you're like into trading and stuff, you see? And then on Thursday we have a holiday in Brazil, holiday in America, the United States of America. It's Juneteenth, and then in Brazil it's Corpus Christ Day. Okay, right? And then Thursday morning, 9:30, we have CHF news, uh, SNB interest rates, right? And then Thursday at 1 p.m., BOE interest rate affects the GBP. So quite a lot of news events, guys. Okay, so the reason why you look at this, Pikis, go play that side, okay? Okay, go play, girl. Go play, mama. Yeah. All right. So the reason why you look out for this, okay, is you want to jump into the market when it's active, right? That's the reason why we do this. Okay, we want to see when the market is moving and agile and active. Okay, and then let's say if maybe we see, for example, that there's going to be a news event at 2:30, then you know that that will affect the US dollar. You know that if you trade um, anything related to the US dollar, there's a high chance that there's going to be some movement, okay? Because we want movement as well, right? All right. So then another useful tool that I use, before we look at the MT4, is the FX time converter, right? What you need to do is just type in Forex time converter on Google. It'll take you to this website. I think the first link, and then you can see the different trading sessions that are open, right? So you use all of this together just so that you can filter out your trades, right? So that you can filter out your trades and trade the correct instruments. You know what I mean? So that really helps, right? It helps to be prepared. Let me see who's on here. Hey, Spicizo, how's it? Jack, how's it? Sipo, how's it? Welcome on the stream. Right. So right now, guys, it's 11 a.m. right now, 12 minutes past 11 in the morning in South Africa. So the sessions that are open right now is the London session and the Frankfurt session, okay? The Germany session, the Britain session and the Germany session, right? So these two sessions are going to run up until 5 and 4 p.m. And then the next session is going to be at 2 o'clock, which is the New York session. It's very important, guys. I know it seems very basic, but this is very important, especially if you're trading, right? And then the New York session is going to start at 2 to 10. Okay, so the period between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m., right? There's also you also expect to have a lot of volatility because there's the overlap, right? There's the overlap, meaning that there's two or more sessions open at the same time, right? Between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. The New York session is going to be open, and then the London session is going to be open, right? And the Germany session is still going to be open as well at the same time. So for Forex currencies, that's very good because that's where the volatility is. That's where the market is moving, and that's what's happening. Okay, so that's when you'd want to, if you're scalping and doing all these things, that's actually the time that you'd want to be jumping into the markets, right? Easy, 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 easy. So now we understand that. What else do you need to know? It's also a good idea. Okay, let me just open up my MT4 real quick. Which one is this one now? All right. Okay, guys. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. So now it's the London session, guys. So let's start with the indices, that affect the London session. Let's see what's going on, right? So I'm going to start with the UK 100. Sometimes this is like a very nice index to trade, and you know me, guys. Usually I like trading on this chart on the H4 chart. Okay, but today we're gonna trade. We're gonna be flexible today. We're gonna look at trades on the H1 30 minutes and the 15-minute chart, right? Okay. Another important thing to note, guys, you shouldn't just take signals blindly. You also need to look at what's happening in the market, right? You need to look at what's happening in the market. You need to be aware of what's there, right? So you also need to understand how the market moves as well. Okay, so we've got different trends, right? It's also pretty basic but very important information, right? Um, you see the market. Okay, let's take it step by step, right? So the market, um, it's got three behaviors, right? It's got the uptrend, downtrend, it's got the sideways trend, okay? So in an uptrend, you want to be looking for buy trade. There's obvious buys in a buy trend, right? And then in a downtrend, you're looking for sell trades, right? But then in a sideways market, it's a little bit tricky because there's support and resistance, supply and demand that's in play there. Okay, so now you see there's more. It's not as simple as just buying because the market's going up or selling because the market's going down, right? So the market, when it's in a sideways trend, there's a top and a bottom. Okay, so at the top of that range, that's where you'd look to sell, right? But also at the same time, the market still can break out. So you need to be aware of other factors that could affect the market, that could push the market beyond that top level or that resistance level. Okay, like usually what happens is if you're expecting high volatility, that market top can be broken. Okay, but in a normal trading scenario, then you'd look to sell. Okay, so I'm saying this to say this that when you're using your strategy, you need to trade with the market and not against the market. Okay, so you need to check like, are we in a trend? What's the price action looking like? It doesn't have to be that deep. You just look at the price. If it's been moving in one direction, or in between, like if you look at it and you see like it's moving sideways, then that's a sideways trend. If it's been going up, you can tell that that's a uptrend. If it's been going down, you can tell that's a downtrend, right? So if you look at the H1 chart on the UK 100 or the 15-minute chart on the UK 100, you can see that the previous price action was moving sideways, basically. It's moving sideways, right? So if we're going to take this trade, obviously it has to be controlled. It has to be with a smaller lot size because the market is moving sideways, right? It's moving sideways. There could be a rejection of that resistance. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? So that's part of it, right? You need to be aware of your surroundings, basically, right? So yeah, let's just keep looking for other trades. Let's keep looking for other trades. Let's keep looking for other trades. But this one, we'll make a note of it. We'll come back to it. It's the UK 100. We'll come back to it. Let's look at the G40, the Germany 40. Let's see what's happening on the H4 chart. See what's happening on the H1 chart. Okay, last week we hit TP1, TP2, and TP3. Let's go on the 15-minute chart. We can see that it's above the 100 moving average. There was a gap opening, so it's probably gonna go to TP1. That's the top of that range right there. Okay, I'll tell you when I see um, a market that's in a clear uptrend. Okay, France 40. Oh, guys, France. You see, like if you're trading the London session, right? You can look out for if the indices that you can trade during that time period is the UK 100, it's the Germany 40, right? Like from 9 o'clock, guys, that's the one you can look for. And then France 40 and Euro 50, those are the ones that you want to be into, right? And another thing I almost forgot to mention, guys, you need to also um, have your risk management on lock as well. You need to be able to calculate your risk management, right? You need to be able to calculate your risk management, guys. It's very, very important, right? You need to be able to calculate your risk management. Yeah, you need to be able to calculate your risk management, guys. Your lot sizes. Hey, that's super important, right? It's super, super important. You need to be able to, it's gonna help you trade as well. All right, let's see. UK 100. I'm just taking my time, guys, trying to see. We need to get like a solid trend. We need to get a solid trend. The ones that I'm skipping, I'm just seeing ranging behavior. I'm looking for better trades. Let's see US 30. Hey, but guys, it's been a minute since I traded US 30 and NAS 100. It's been a minute. It's been a minute because usually I've been trading a lot of the currency majors. They've been trending nicely these past weeks. And also I've been trading gold as well. I've been doing a lot of gold. Yeah. And also silver. As much as but silver, you just need to be careful because of that lot size it can get pretty wild. It can get pretty wild. All right, so UK 100. Okay, if I had to rank these trades, all right, let's go back to. We can actually take UK 100 with the low to medium risk, right? Target TP2 and TP3 on the 15-minute chart. And then we can also go for, which other one did I see? Just remind me, guys. We need to come back to these charts, okay? Yeah, UK 100 is looking pretty solid, but obviously this one it needs us to use risk management, right? Target TP2 and TP3, right? Um, if I were to enter into this trade right now, I would actually target TP3 because we're almost at TP2, right? And then just allow the market to do its thing. But let's just keep going. What else should we look at next, guys? Should we look at the currency? Let me just check on YouTube if anyone's talking to me. Okay, no one's talking to me on YouTube. So yeah, what should we look at next, guys? Should we look at gold and silver, or should we just go to the currencies? There's something that I need to look into, guys. These futures, these futures is something that we really need to be looking into. All right. So what should we go for, guys? So right now, because of the current time, we can look at your euro pairs. We can look at your we can look at your GBP pairs. Let's prioritize your GBP pairs and euro pairs, and then let's see. And at the end, we can look at the USD pairs. We can look at the USD pairs at the end. And guys on TikTok, I'd show my screen, right? But hey, TikTok is tripping these days, eh? It's tripping these days. I really don't know what's the criteria to, maybe they just don't like MT4. Maybe they want to see TradingView, right? Maybe they have something against MT4, like the actual platform. Okay, but yeah, maybe I'll try to go with TradingView and see what's going on. All right, so let's go with gold, guys. Let's go with gold. Let's go with gold. Okay, gold has been trading very nicely. You know, we almost hit TP2 on the H4 chart, right? So which is nice, which is nice, which is nice. And let's go to, I'm also interested to see what's happening on silver. Just hold on. Ooh, silver's looking good. Guys, but a warning, guys. Silver is, hey, I don't know how to explain it, guys. Silver is just like, like it's crazy, guys. The lot size is crazy. If you get the direction correctly and your entry on point, you know, um, you can make good on silver, right? But yeah, silver's looking good. Um, this is the better looking trade that I'm seeing because I'm also seeing like some sort of symmetrical triangle right there. And then we can target TP3 on the H4 chart, right? So silver's looking good. It's looking better than UK 100. So I might as well take this one, right? I might as well. So, guys, also learning the basics also will help a lot. All right. So, okay, here are the parameters for silver. The entry is at 36,435, right? And then the stop loss is 35,497 or 35,500, right? And then our take profit is on 37,453. Let me just calculate the lot size real quick based off of my balance, right? So let's see. Let's risk maybe 5% on this trade because you don't want to go too crazy, right? So let's see stop loss. The stop loss is 35,500, right? And then the take profit is 37.459. Guys, I'm doing this because I know silver gets crazy, right? Silver gets pretty wild. All right, so I just put my stop loss and take profit into the lot size calculator, and then it's recommending for me, okay, the risk that I want to take is like 5% of my trading balance, right? For this particular setup. So it's recommending that I use 0.32 for the lot size, okay? 0.32 for the lot size, which means that I'll only be risking 5% on this particular trade, right? Which is good. I mean, it's a H4 setup, right? Um, at least we know tomorrow there's going to be some news event, so this trade has a potential to run up until tomorrow, right? And then when the news comes, then the volatility, the volume can come into the market, and then it can push the price up or down, right? So which is pretty good, which is what we want, right? But you see, the ones, guys, you need to be careful of, like when it comes to lot sizes, you need to be careful of silver, USDs. You see those two. Don't just jump in like I don't know, like what. But don't just jump in like you're crazy, man. You need to have your risk management on point there, because one mistake, you're out, right? It can really make your day, or it can wipe you out. All right. So yeah, 0.32 is my. I'm actually gonna just take this trade right now, right? Let me just press F9 with the recommended stop, with the recommended what do you call lot size, because it's a problem, guys. Like, if you don't know where to put your stop loss, right? If you don't know where to put your stop loss, that's a big problem, right? And even worse, if you don't know what lot size to use, it's going to be crazy. The reason behind putting the correct lot size, guys, is because, remember the basics of how the market moves. The market moves like, before it goes up, it goes down, right? So let's say, for instance, what you call a situation where the market is going up. Okay, it's moving up, right? It's going in an uptrend, right? So what it does is it goes up, then it goes down, then it goes up again, it goes higher. Okay, so that period when it goes down, we call that the retracement. Okay, so the problem is, now, if you don't use the correct lot size, let's say you use a lot size that's too big. Like, let's say, for example, my lot size, I calculated it right now using the software, saying that 5% I must use 0.32, right? So which means that 50% would be how much? 3.2, right? It would be 3.2 lots. Okay, imagine you just do that, and then you put to 3.2 lots, or even a higher lot, maybe 5 lots, right? And then now the market retraces maybe 20%, and wipes your account clean, right? That doesn't mean that your trade was wrong. Okay, it means that you got taken out by the retracement. You understand what I'm saying? You got taken out by the retracement. Okay, 37, and that's not where you want to be. So it's very important to use your lot size. Well, the lot size calculator is actually the most important, especially when it comes to execution, right? Because, guys, there's things like free margin. Okay, free margin. Your free margin is very important. You can't, sometimes people just be opening up trades, but they're not looking at their free margin, right? So they're chowing their margin. So the more they chow their free margin, um, that's when now they what you call uh, they put themselves at risk of getting all their trades closed out when there's a retracement, because they chowed all their free margin. You guys understand what I'm saying? I know you understand, right? Okay, so we looked at gold and silver, took a trade on silver, took a buy on the H4 chart. Stop loss was 35.500. TP was 37 something. It was 37 something, right? So we're anticipating to hold this trade uh, for medium to long, right? Damn, nigga. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go get some more. Also, leverage, guys. Leverage is also very important. Leverage is very, very, very important. Okay. Okay, let's look at your GBP. 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 Okay, GBP USD. Above the H4 is above 15 minutes. Let's see. Let's take it on the 15. Let's take it on the 15. Let's take it on the 15. Yeah, I'm gonna take a small trade on the GBP USD, right? I'll take a trade on the GBP USD. Let's see, NZD USD. Let me see here. Let's see here. Okay, let me see, guys. I'm just quickly just checking out the trades. Uh, let's see, GBP AUD. Looks like it wants to go down. All right, GBP CAD. Okay, GBP CAD looking good. Looks like it wants to go down. GBP JPY. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. GBP, Euro GBP, let's see. The H4. Alright, I think I'm gonna take Euro GBP, guys. Okay, on the H4 chart. I'm gonna take that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And then we're gonna target we are gonna target this thing. Just hold on. Okay, we're gonna target TP2 and TP3. Just hold on. I need to do something. Okay, just hold on, guys. Just hold on. Um, all right. So Euro GBP. If we're targeting TP2, guys, okay, because we're between TP2 and TP1, so we can target. I see strength meters on 60. Somebody says, okay. Somebody says, please check. All right, guys. I wasn't seeing your messages here on TikTok. I mean on YouTube, right? So okay. Somebody says I must see the SP 500. Okay, we already checked gold, so we took a buy on silver and GBP JPY. Okay. All right. I'll see GBP JPY. GBP JPY and SP 500. All right. Let me just quickly go for that. But the trade that we have right now, guys, is the Euro GBP. Okay. Euro GBP, we're taking a buy targeting TP2 and TP3, ne? TP2 and TP3. And then if you're just targeting TP2, my recommendation would be to put your stop loss at TP1, right? Because that makes better sense when it comes to risk and reward. Right, let me see. Somebody asked for GBP. Okay, let's start with SP 500 because I mean that was the first comment. SPX. Look, okay, on the SP 500, guys, right? Um, it's a buy signal, but remember this is a trend. What you call it's sideways market. Okay, it's a sideways market, and obviously if we jump into this one, we need to have a smaller lot size because of how the market is moving. If it makes sense, right? If that makes sense, we need to put it that way. Um, what was the other one? Gold. But we did look at gold. Wait. No, it wasn't gold. It was GBP JPY, right? GBP JPY. Let's look at GBP JPY on the one. Let's look at it on the lower time frames. It's like the market is a bit lazy today, huh? But I get it. It's Mondays. Usually, guys, on Mondays, I usually start on at like in the afternoon, right? I start in the afternoon and then I jump in. I've got some WhatsApp messages. Okay, GBP JPY on the 15-minute chart. Okay, okay. We've got a trade on the what is this chart? Okay, not on the 15-minute. Okay, just allow this one to run in just a little bit, guys. Just allow it to run. Allow it to run. Okay, let me just quickly look at other markets. I also want us to look at um, the derivative markets as well, guys. Okay, because we also have a software for derivative. So we're gonna let me just check. All right, everything is cool. All right, let me just quickly search the markets, guys. So we've only got two trades. We've got three trades basically, right? The buy on silver on the H4. We've got the buy on the Euro GBP, and then we have hey, this USD CAD is looking nice, eh? Okay, let's take this sell on USD CAD. I'm taking the sell on USD CAD. Just target TP3. Let's see what's gonna happen. Target TP3. Use. Okay, maybe I was supposed to use a smaller lot size there. It was supposed to be smaller, but yeah. I took the sell on the USD CAD. Let's just quickly look at the others. Euro JPY on the H4 is a buy trade. Nice entry. That's a better. The guy who was asking about GBP JPY, Euro JPY is a much better buy. Okay, on the H4 chart, it's a much better buy. You can see that the market is pushing up. It's a much better buy. It's a much better buy, right? Let me just see. CAD JPY also is. Let me see here on the H4. Good. AD CAD. Okay, now I'm just quickly going through the markets real quick, guys. I want to jump into the what you call the MT5 now, because we've been live for a minute, guys. What time did we? Yeah, no. We've been live for too long. We've been live for too long, guys. Just hold on. Let's quickly look at USD ZAR. Hey, USD ZAR. This thing is crazy. Oh, this thing is crazy. Look at what it did. Like, look at the price action for USD ZAR on the H1. Look at what it did. Hit TP1, retraced, hit TP1 again, went to TP2, retraced to TP1, retraced to entry. Essence, this thing is wild, right? This thing is wild. You must be careful when you're dealing with this thing. All right, let's look at crypto as well, guys, before we jump into the other stuff. Where is my BTC now? Now I can't find it. Ish, I wish there was a search button on this thing, guys. I really, sometimes, I really do struggle to find these currencies, bro. Like when I want it. Yes. Okay, BTC on the 15 minute looks like it's bullish. It's going up. Very nice entry right there. It's going up, right? So we can target TP2. Which other big crypto is popular these days? I think Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum is not make sure. Okay, but on the H1 it's giving us something, right? So that's good. That's good. That's good. So um yes. Let's look at. Okay, but what else can we look at, guys? I feel like there's something I'm forgetting to look at. Let me just see first before. Let me just go through the list. No one trades platinum. No one trades platinum. Retail traders, we don't go for platinum, guys. Let's be honest, we don't. It's not even in our watch list, guys. Okay, wait, let me see. Eurozar. Um, Actually, I might need to reduce that lot size on silver, right? I might need to reduce Euro AUD. Euro AUD, Euro AUD, Euro CHF. Did I check USD CHF, guys? All right. Okay, guys, hold on. USD CAD, we're selling USD CAD. Euro GBP, we're buying. Okay, Euro USD. Okay, in the New York session, we'll check GBP USD and Euro USD. Okay, AUD CAD. I'm just making sure that I'm sweeping everything, guys. Just hold on. CHF. Okay, the JPY pairs your Euro JPY. That's the one I saw that was clean. CAD JPY, if I remember correctly, CHF JPY. But obviously now it depends on the spread of the broker, because hey, I know CHF JPY can be pretty wild on some brokers, right? It's a DSD. All right, no. Let's just keep going to other. All right, let's go to MT5, guys. Let's go to see what we've got cooking on MT5. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, these derivative things, guys. So I made up like let me see if I can't find this thing. Because hey, you need to know what you're trading, guys. You know, you don't just do it randomly. You know, you need to know what you're doing, basically. You need to know what you're doing. So just hold on. So I give you guys some insights on this crash and boom. What is this now? Did I use this? When did I do it? Where did I save this thing, guys? Social media. So long, guys. There's something I'm looking for. There was a spreadsheet that I was busy with. No, it's not the one. Damn. Okay, let's see. Just hold on, guys. No, nigga. Just hold on, guys. I just want to check something. Just want to share. Unfortunately. Okay. No. So long, guys. I'm just trying to find something first. Where did I save this thing? I made a spreadsheet yesterday, guys, because I was busy analyzing these. Where the hell did I save this thing? I was analyzing these synthetic indices. Okay, I'm just gonna try remember now. Yes. Okay. Because some of them are pretty wild. Okay, you need to be very careful with them. You know, with the lot size, you need to be very, very careful, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna see what we have. I think volatility 75. That was one of them that was pretty wild. Okay. All right. So on volatility on what not volatility, guys. On MT5, right? We have what do you call um we have this thing, another strategy, right? So in order to get, I'll share the videos on YouTube soon, like today. But I just want to show you guys something real quick. So on MetaTrader 5, right, you need three confirmations for an entry. Okay, you need three confirmations for an entry. Hey, but people love this deriv stuff, yo. But I get it, man. It's quite addictive. You know what I mean? It's quite addictive. It is. Okay. So okay, guys. So we're on the V75 index right now, and it's a buy signal at, what is this price? 102182, because of our three confirming factors: our directional arrow, our dashboard, and our price action signal right there. You guys see that? So now when we get into the entry, guys, what we do is we need to open up two charts. The first chart is going to have our signal indicator. The second one is going to have a clean chart on it, right? And on the second chart, that's what we're going to use for our support and resistance. Okay, so the support and resistance is actually for our trading levels. Okay, it's for our trading levels. So let's say if we get into a buy right now, our target, our take profit is going to be toward the next resistance type of situation, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I think volatility 75 was also one of those crazy pairs, right? Let me just let me just quickly do that real quick. Just hold on, guys. 0. Was it 5? I'm trying to remember, guys. Now, hey, these things, and they've got funny names, eh? They've really got funny names. Volatility 75, right? So let's see. Let me just quickly do the support and resistance we got into our trade. Okay, our take profit's gonna be up there. The nice part about this support, I mean this volatility stuff is that you can also trade it. You see, when you're waiting for your forex setups to pop up, you can trade these in the meantime, okay? Because you can trade volatility index on Saturday. Yeah, well, okay, guys, V75, and just be very careful with the lot size. I actually put in 0.5, but I was actually supposed to go in lower, right? But yeah, you guys get the gist. Okay, let's keep going. Let's look for another trade. V100 is also good because they're going together. I mustn't overtrade here, guys. I need to be very careful. So volatility 100, was this one also one of those dangerous ones, man? I'm trying to remember now. I made a list yesterday and I was doing calculations. Yeah, I was doing calculations on this thing. And I had a list to show that, for small account, you can use these particular ones, which ones are high risk. I need to find where I saved that thing on my computer. Because it took me some time, guys. It really did take me some time. Like, I'm not going to cap you. It took me some time, guys. Like, it really did. Okay, so we've got our directional arrows. And then we've got our price action signal. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. I think 2 trades, guys, is enough. Oh, 2 trades is enough, guys. 2 trades is enough. There were just two. You see, when I was doing my calculations on these indices, right? There was just two that were pretty wild. Okay, and volatility 75. That was one of them. I'm just trying to remember which one was the second one now. Okay, because the others you can just barcode. It might have been volatility 15. Okay, I'll just have to start over and give myself time to do this thing. Okay, let me see. It might be volatility 10. Volatility 10 index. Hey guys, right now there's a lot of signals right now on the derivative markets. There's a lot of signals. But I only took two, guys. I don't want to take too many. Volatility 25 is buying. Okay, the 30 is just sloppy. The 1 second is sloppy. Okay, let me see here. Boom 1000 is going down. Okay, but the price action is telling us to wait, but it's gonna go down. Boom 500 is going up. Got confirmation it's going up. What is this? Crash 1000 is going. Okay, it tells us to wait. Crash 500 is telling us to sell. It's telling us to, but the directional arrow is not there, so we're not going to take that. Crash 300 is going up. Right, there's a W. These things, like these things, if like if you want to scalp, it's proper, right? You can even trade on the 1 minute, which is nice. The 1 minute is tradable here. Hey, it's tradable, guys. It's tradable. Boom 300 on the 1 minute is good. Boom 300 is good. I actually should record more videos about this thing. Because, one thing I see with this crash and synthetic index, guys, is, you can actually trade with a very small amount of money, right? And then if you get the direction correct, then you can what do you call? You can make good. Step index on the H4 chart. Step 400. I think step 400 was the one that is crazy, right? Step 400. Step 400. Yes. I think that was I think it was volatility 75 and step 400. Okay, those are the ones that you need to like just play around with the lot size. Make sure when you jump in it's not too big because if it's too big it's going to wipe you out, right? So yeah, I think it was step 400 and volatility 75. I think there was another one, so I just need to make sure. I think when I go live again, I'll probably know. I'll probably know, guys. Yeah, step 400 is going up. It's in an uptrend. Nice. Hey, and these things trend nicely, guys. Hey, they trend nicely. Hey, they trend nicely. I'm not gonna cap you. They trend very nicely. Yo, volatility 250. 1 second is going up. Hey, guys, there's somewhere that I need to be now at 12. Okay, so I'm gonna disconnect. I'm gonna disconnect right now, and then we're probably gonna go live again in a few hours. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, you always can DM me here on TikTok, YouTube. Okay, on YouTube you can't DM, but you can click the link in my bio that will take you to my WhatsApp, and then we can discuss. Yeah. So if you have any issues, guys, just let me know. Yeah, volatility 250 needs a bigger lot size, guys. Awa. You need to put like five or something because this is not make sure. It needs a bigger lot size. But obviously, guys, um, the volatility indices they trend nicely, okay, but at the same time you need to remember to use risk management, right? Like let's say when you get into profit, you need to shift your stop loss, follow the market, trail the market, all those things, right? um Also, you hey, but sometimes it's gonna be you just need to maybe have pockets or maybe like more than one account, right, that you can just move funds to, um so that you can barcode. Because a lot of people be barcoding, barcoding like 20, 30 trades at the same time. Okay. So you just need to be watching it. Don't be sleeping, right? But yeah, let's circle back. We'll check these out later. I need to be somewhere at 12. So yeah, I'll see you guys maybe at like 2 or 3 o'clock. Take care, guys. Take care, guys. Let me just check on YouTube first if we ain't got no. Okay, wait. Hold on. When analyzing a pair, do you consider the time frame alignment strength meter example for if somebody's asking a very interesting question, like do you okay, having an alignment is good, but it's not always necessary, right? So if you get a signal on the H4, and the other time frames isn't giving the same signal, you can take the trade on the H4. It's not really important, right? What's important is the setup on the particular time frame, right? But yeah, guys, I'm gonna disconnect. We'll be live again in a few hours. I just need to drive somewhere now, right? So I'll see you guys just now in a few. All right, guys, peace. If you have any questions, just DM me. We'll chop it up. I need to disconnect. I need to disconnect, guys. I need to disconnect.